Hello. Chinese drama A Date with the Future EP 27. Lu Fangqi tricked Zhang Chu into thinking that he was injured. Zhang Chu hurriedly rushed over, only to realize that she had been deceived. Zhang Chu despised people who made jokes about life and angrily told them that they had no future. Lu Fangqi didn't expect that his small joke would make her so angry. Later, Lu Fangqi learned from Jin Xishan that it was Fang Hui's Memorial Day, which explained why she was so upset. Lu Fangqi went to talk to Jin Xishan and was awakened by his words, reigniting his confidence in pursuing Zhang Chu. Xu Lai decided to return to work, and although Jin Xishan still had some concerns, he still escorted her to the television station. Zhang Xin saw Xu Lai and sarcastically mentioned how easily she could be betrayed by the people around her with just a little temptation. Xu Lai knew that the article was published by Zhou Tingwei without authorization. She confronted Zhou Tingwei but was surprised when he blamed her for persisting in seeking the truth. Xu Lai became very confused. The beliefs she had always upheld and the career she loved suddenly collapsed. She submitted her resignation letter to her team leader, but the team leader saved it for her, asking her to reconsider. Xu Lai didn't tell anyone, including Jin Xishan, and took the bus alone to Huning City, returning to the initial place to search for the meaning of that beam of light. Jin Xishan couldn't contact Xu Lai and was extremely anxious. Guo Yanzong and Han Fang were equally anxious and found out that Xu Lai had taken a bus to Huning. However, Jin Xishan was the first to find Xu Lai. If he hadn't accidentally seen the photo on the wall, he wouldn't have thought of looking for her in Huning. Jin Xishan followed in Xu Lai's footsteps and embraced her on the rooftop terrace. It was pouring rain at that moment, and Jin Xishan held her in his arms as Xu Lai cried. Just then, an earthquake struck Huning City. Jin Xishan protected Xu Lai and helped her down the building, and they both remained safe. Jin Xishan had to go to the command center to join the local rescue team. After the earthquake that occurred 10 years ago in Huning, the buildings here had been reinforced, so the damage wasn't significant, but the surrounding counties might not be as fortunate. Jin Xishan wanted Xu Lai to go back to Huigang with Lu Fangqi, but Xu Lai refused. Jin Xishan persuaded her softly, and Xu Lai reluctantly agreed. Lu Shu, Zhang Yang, and others prepared to depart to the detachment's assembly point. Before leaving, Lu Fangqi went to the hospital and left a diary for Zhang Chu. After reading it, Zhang Chu was deeply moved and ran out to tell Lu Fangqi that she would wait for his return. Xu Lai didn't return to Huigang. She decided to stay in Huning and volunteered. Upon learning that a journalist was injured and couldn't report, Xu Lai said she could do it. After seeing Xu Lai's press pass, they agreed to let her give it a try. Xu Lai quickly entered the news field, and Huo Yanzong was on his way to Mofang town, determined not to let Xu Lai be alone this time. The Huigang TV station wanted to send a reporter to the earthquake scene for coverage. Zhang Xin volunteered herself, but Chen Yi promptly refused. He already had a suitable candidate in mind, and it was Xu Lai. Zhang Xin was unhappy with Chen Yi's decision, but she believed that Chen Yi wouldn't stay here for long and eventually that team leader position would be hers. Chen Yi saw Xu Lai's news and contacted her, advising her to consider doing frontline reporting in Huning. Under his persuasion, Xu Lai decided to think it over. Jin Xishan called Xu Lai and learned about her doubts. Jin Xishan told her that the only thing she could do was to follow her heart. That evening, Xu Lai called Chen Yi and decided to accept the task of frontline reporting. Chen Yi told her that Zheng's son had already brought her back home, and Wang Yi was also recovering. If you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye bye.